Happy weekend to you, dear friends. Today is Friday, April the 24th, 2026. And today we read from the first reading taken from the Acts of the Apostles. And it is a narrative of the conversion of St. Paul, formerly known as Saul. Saul was the one who was the chief persecutor of Christians. Remember, when Stephen was martyred, it is told that all these people put their clothes in front of a certain man named Saul. He did not receive his conversion name yet until when Jesus decided to appear to him on his way to Damascus. So we'll look at the persecution of Saul. Saul, being a Pharisee, being a teacher of the law himself, he thought that by persecuting Christians, he was defending the Torah, he was defending the Old Testament, the law, and the prophet. He did not know that gears have shifted, that there is a new way that God is communicating to the people, the way of love, no longer the way of law. So Paul could leave no stone unturned, in the words of our founder St. Eugene the Mazenot, to persecute Christians, because Christianity at the beginning was considered to be a sect coming out of Judaism. And for Paul and also his fellow Pharisees and the Sadducees and perhaps the scribes, the best way to do away with this sect was to cut it, was to kind of trim it right from the beginning so that it will not spread. But because anything that comes from God, no matter how the human capacity, no matter how the human power tries to bring it down, it will never be possible. And that's why still today we still talk about the gospel, we still preach Christianity, because God is behind this religion. Like Paul, or formerly known as Saul, sometimes we too might be kind of inclined to be obedient to something that is no longer needful, right? To be obedient to what pleases us. And we may be very triumphant in an erroneous way, that is doing the right thing in the wrong way or at the wrong time. Paul thought that he was preserving the Torah, he was preserving the law and the prophets by persecuting Christians. And unlike other people who converted because of the preaching of the disciples, the case of Paul was very specific, was very particular, and really high ranked, because he was not converted by the words or the preaching of the disciples. It was God himself, it was Jesus himself who came to appear to Saul on his way to Damascus, because he is considered to be a big